641 right now as we look at first warning radar, and that massive winter storm is knocking on our door at 641 this morning, and we have to answer. There's no choice. It's going to keep knocking until we open that door.
Yeah, and you're running out of time if you do need to get some last minute things handled before it comes in, because you say what, about 11 o'clock or so is when we're going to start to see the flakes coming down?
Yeah, midday is when things are really going to start to get going for us. We may see a little bit of activity this morning, but really the afternoon is where the trouble's going to start as far as road conditions and things like that. So starting off this morning, we're seeing a few snow showers way up towards the northern neck, northern parts of the eastern shore. So some of our extreme northern communities may see a couple flakes flying this morning, but most of us still dry, just cloudy to start off this morning. Now, as we jump into the forecast, you'll see what's set to move in. All that moisture to our south and west, that's going to head in our direction. So the moisture will be here. Obviously, the cold air is here already. So as we jump into the day, we'll see that snow build in. Here's 11 o'clock, really starting to spread in for a big chunk of the area. 1 o'clock this afternoon, most of us seeing snowfall. Could see some sleet mixing in as you go just near or south of the Albemarle Sound. As we go through the afternoon, here's 3 o'clock. Snow continues to fall across much of Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina. 5 o'clock, notice that change over to some rain as you get down to the Outer Banks. That rain snow line still going to sort of dance through eastern North Carolina as we go through the rest of today. But areas to the north of that line, snow, and it continues to fall through this evening. There's 7 o'clock. Tonight, 11 o'clock, things kind of wrapping up for us. That's kind of the end of round one, which is going to be the big round for us. As we go to Thursday, nice little break in the morning, but then you see a few leftovers try to sneak in. There's 11 o'clock Thursday morning, scattered, not as intense, not as widespread, but still some leftovers for Thursday. Most of the accumulation will be today. We'll just add a little more on top for tomorrow. Here's a look at the timeline for today. From a 20% chance this morning, jumping to that 70% chance by noon, 90% chance through this afternoon and evening, and then starting to drop off later tonight. For tomorrow, low chances in the morning, 20, 30%, and then up to that 60% chance midday before continuing to drop off after that. So again, a lot more scattered as we go through Thursday. Accumulation still on pace to see about 6 to 10 inches of rain for most of the area. 8 to 10 is in the pink color here, kind of central to Hampton Roads, northern parts of the Albemarle. That 6 to 8 range widen out a little bit more. Lower numbers as you go north and west. Also lower numbers as you go south, where we'll see a little more of that sleet and rain mixing in. For our friends on the southern Outer Banks, especially down, say, south of Oregon Inlet, this is just going to be a rain event for you. So those are the spots that may miss out. Some of our highest numbers may be right there through parts of Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, northern parts of Currituck, Camden counties. That may be the big winner when it comes to the highest snowfall totals. So here's a breakdown of what to expect. Snow moves in late morning to midday for most of us. That's where the significant snow moves in. Scattered snow showers linger on Thursday. 6 to 10 overall, some locally higher numbers possible, so a few spots could sneak over that 10 mark, but most of us will land in that 6 to 10 range. Again, a lot of that's going to be falling, stacking up today. We'll just add a little bit more on top for tomorrow with those scattered chances. Temperatures, upper 20s, low 30s, pretty flat as far as temperatures go. The exception will be obviously the Outer Banks, a little bit warmer there where we'll see that sleet and rain mixing in. Not much of a temperature change for tomorrow. And wind picks up today, will really ramp up tomorrow, will stay strong for Friday, so power outages could come into play. Obviously wind and all that snow stacking up on those limbs could cause some issues for us. Sunshine is back for Friday, and then a warm up. 40s this weekend to the 50s to kick off next week.
You mentioned power outages. Now's a good time to make sure everything's charged up,
Yep.
Get those extra batteries ready to go.
Yeah, so we've reached the part where it's like, okay, what more can I do, right? If you've prepped already or maybe you haven't, and you're trying to get last minute, find your flashlights, find your batteries, make sure the devices, the power banks are charged. If you have a generator, test that out, make sure that's still working correctly. This kind of last minute checklist sort of item.